time to fuck.
Hello, everyone. And welcome to... What is this? Welcome to Not Relatable 6. It's like Big Hero 6. Have you ever heard of it? But this is the Not Relatable podcast 6.
With like 3 other names.
Yeah. This is also the Grain of Salt podcast. I can't remember what else
I don't remember what else you said.
I have no idea.
Too many.
As you can hear, we're still in person.
Yeah.
We're still together. It still sounds beautiful in your little ears.
We're going to take advantage of this while we can.
Yeah. This might be the last one of it, but we'll see. There might be 1 or 2 more. We'll see how the freak we're feeling, I guess.
We shall see.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do we got? What do we got for some small talk here at the start?
Why not what we did today? Because we've been doing stuff.
We've been doing some stuff in LA. Well, actually, not today. We didn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Today we left LA. Went to a little place an hour and a half away.
I wasn't expecting to be so far away.
Yeah, it was actually a little more like closer to 2 hours on the way out. I guess we're not going to say what it was.
Just leave him in suspense.
We went to, what? We went technically to Palm Desert.
Because you would know the names better than I would.
To stay at a little nice, not even stay, but we went to a hotel to use their facilities. And I don't mean the bathroom.
We could have done that here if we wanted to.
Yeah. We could have driven 2 hours to go to the bathroom. No,
maybe we'd have to go by then. Like,
yeah, we went for some swimming.
Yeah.
For some swimming and some chilling and some hot springs.
There wasn't much chilling though.
It was hot.
It was 98 degrees Fahrenheit.
It was hot.
I say that like non-Americans are going to be watching this.
That's true.
Like non-us. But yeah, it was hot. Hot spring.
It was.
Hot pool.
Nice pool. Good, perfect, sweet pool.
Yeah, the pool itself was like the perfect temperature.
Yeah. Yeah, that place ended up charging like double what I thought they did to have a day pass, but I guess that's what happens with competition.
Which doesn't at least that was the reason made no sense.
That was their justification anyway.
Yeah, it was their competition raised prices, so they had to as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you keep it lower, you might get more people, and then you might get more money.
Yeah, usually that's how that works, is you lower the prices, and then the competition lowers theirs.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer. But anyway.
That's what we did.
It was fun. It was worth it for me, because we will have that memory forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting in a pool with noodles.
With noodles. Nudes, if you will.
Exactly.
2 each.
Exactly. We had nudes.
You always need 2. At least. To get a little something floating.
Exactly. Because we're bigger boys.
Yeah. What else did we do? We drove over to like the real Palm Springs for some dinner. Fucking nasty ass, awesome, and by nasty I mean amazing sandwich place.
Nasty.
But I don't know what it was called.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was kind of like generic sandwich shop with 6,000 good ratings on Google.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it was.
There's a lot of people there. So
good place. I got like a corned beef sandwich, even though it's not St. Patrick's Day. So, I mean, that's usually the only time of year I eat that.
And I got a hot turkey sandwich.
Yeah, been a minute. Haven't had one of those since high school, and I'm kind of curious about how it tasted. I wish I tried it or saw that it was on the menu.
It was pretty cheap for what it was. It was
big. Both our food were big.
It was like $18, and it was like bigger than your sandwich.
Yeah, it was fucking huge. Both were big. Like my sandwich was fucking packed.
Yeah,
but goddamn,
and it was like so good, but the only problem is I feel like I wish I had more mashed potatoes and gravy, but that's just a me problem.
See, that's a good problem to have because it's like the food was so good, you wanted more of it.
Exactly. I wanted it. Like, it's not even that it was bad. I just wanted more.
Mm.
And it's like, I would have paid for more too.
Fuck
because
yeah,
it
you
was
would've.
good.
We'll just drive all the way out there to use their sandwiches again.
To use their sandwiches.
Yeah.
We could use a sandwich here.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, we've got some good sandwiches in LA, that's for damn sure, but that place was good.
Yeah.
Glad we went. Glad we sat in a pool. And tomorrow, everybody, Brandon's losing his virginity.
What?
To Disneyland. his Disneyland virginity.
I was going to say, I don't think I should lose my virginity there. Might be some legal problems.
You're losing your Disneyland virginity. It's going to be a great time. Hopefully. Well, I guess we can report back eventually.
Yeah, because we are going to come home not too late. I mean, when they close, but...
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we're in person or not, but we probably will report back on it.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you want to get into the topic? Or did you have anything else you wanted to discuss?
We could do that.
The topic?
Yeah.
We're going to get into the topic.
Maybe it won't be 2 hours.
Maybe. But you already know. I don't think it'll be 2 hours because we both already were struggling with this one.
I feel like I was like... I can't think of the word I'm looking for.
I've never heard you talk at length about music, so I'm going to be interested in how much you'll have to say.
Yeah, I was thinking of the word, I'm going to preface this by saying, like, I don't think I can say much about it.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of, like, the music, there's a lot of it, just, like, I feel it.
Yeah, if you tried to go into...
Articulate it.
If you tried to articulate it, you'd end up saying very similar things about each band.
Exactly. It's like... It all comes down
it's
just
so
like...
good, it makes me feel good, and I like it.
I'm vibing. It all just comes down to, like, the mind in emotional state.
Perfect. And yeah, so if you haven't noticed, and if you hadn't read the title, and if you hadn't done all that silly stuff, we're doing our top 10 favorite bands to the best of our ability. We already both think our lists are pretty whack. And
they will undoubtedly change by tomorrow.
Yeah, not super accurate, not it's just kind of like, god damn it, whatever. But we did it. We did our best.
Yeah.
By the time I got to the top of my list, I was like, really? These are my favorite bands? But not like in a bad way. It's like, yeah, I know I love those bands, but I never thought about it as like, oh, I guess those are my favorites.
Yeah, I could say the same.
And then, yeah, lower on the list, it's like, oh, they seem low. But, yeah. I guess for me, putting albums in order has always been easier. Bands, I've done it before. I've done a top 10 bands list before. I feel like that last one I did might have been even more accurate than this one, so what's the point? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm just not good at rating bands and music at all.
But yeah, like, I went totally off of feel for this list, and that's why it is the way it is. Because I try to put in more emphasis on, like, would I see this band if they came through right now?
Wow.
Like, to me, that matters now. It seems like a good indicator for me of if they're really one of my favorite bands, or if I won't even go, like, bother going to see them live if they come through. Then, like, maybe I'm kind of burnt out on them at the moment, you know? I don't know.
I kind of rated mine based on, like, how Spotify said how much I listened to them.
Wow.
So it's apparently going to be...
Brandon had to have it told to him the way it is.
Yeah. As an objective fact.
Yeah. Brandon's list is objective.
Apparently. According to Spotify.
It's his favorite things that he's ever listened to because it's the things he's heard the most. Actually, I have, like, an app. I think it's like something Spotify.fm or something. I don't know. It keeps track of stats.fm. It keeps track of everything you've listened to ever and how many times and all that shit.
I'm going to want to check that out.
So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what is on there for me. what my all-time stats are because I don't know how well they'll line up to what my list is. Oh, I just realized there's like a band that would have been in the running, but I didn't even think of them.
It do be like that.
It do. That band that I didn't even think of until right now is on my arm. It's Alkaline Trio.
Wow.
Yep, didn't even think of them.
Yeah, neither of the bands on me are on my list either.
Yeah, the ones you have tattoos of. Yeah.
On me.
Actually, one band that I have two, I guess, bands I have tattoos of made my list, but yeah, I don't know. Alkaline Trio could have been on there. I just didn't think of them. I know like they're one of my most listened to artists.
We were just talking about them earlier too.
Yep. So I guess they're getting their little shout out here, and they might have made the list if I had thought of it. But I didn't. So here's our ever-changing... What?
You blew it.
I did. So here's our little ever-changing list of top 10 bands. I'm going to start with my favorite. Number 1, Petty Human Emotions. I'm just kidding.
That's some biased ass shit right there, and I respect it.
Thank you. Thanks, man. Petty Human Emotions is my band. It's my music. I love it. It's mine. I'm great.
Sometimes you got to be your biggest supporter. That's how you start off, You can't start off with 0 fans.
Second favorite band ever of all time, Caesar's Ghost. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Yeah, it's mine.
This one indie band from Lake Placid.
I did it. They were like kind of more alternative punk, kind of like cringy, but it's all good because it was mine and it was me, and yeah. It really was I, myself, and me. So there's that, and yeah, they're great. Before that, like Counterattack, they were really good.
There's always a solo artist, Jamie Nardiello.
Yeah, there's that one. There's fucking all the way throwing away back. Difference Matters.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, those are some good. That's my top 5 right there.
I didn't think you could. Yeah. Make a bit out of getting 5 of just yourself.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, once I've worked on 5 more projects, I'll have a top 10. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching.
My top 10 favorite bands.
Wow.
They put the emphasis on the my.
Okay, here, finally loaded. Okay, let's see. It says my top artist of the past 4 weeks is Sufjan Stevens, so that's interesting. That's who my cat is named after, so hey. Checks out. Sufjan. Suf. It says my top 6 months. Okay, well, this is bullshit. If I go... Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure even if I go all time, it's going to be rigged. Yeah, my top artist of all time is Toby Fox. And that's because I was sleeping to Chill from the Undertale soundtrack on repeat for like half of this year.
I guess you did that.
So I've listened to it for 35,373 minutes.
Wow.
Yep. But yeah, then of course like it goes Elliott Smith and then a couple bands who are actually on the list, so that's a good sign. What the fuck? What? Okay, now I'm getting genuinely surprised. It says I've listened to 5,000 hours of Sufjan Stevens. And I'm like, I feel like, did something happen where my phone was just like stuck on him for a couple days?
I don't
know. All right, anyway. That's a little preamble. Little extra preamble.
You should send me a link to that, and then I'd like to do that. Because I'm kind of curious what my all-time would be.
I do think I had to pay for it. I mean, I think it was like a one-time fee, and it wasn't much, but I think I did have to pay to like get my all-time stats.
Wow.
So there's that. But
well, if there's a free, that's still better than nothing.
Yeah. I'm trying to see where all that Sufjan came from. I can't figure it out. Anyway, do you want to start, or you want me to start with our number 10? Right off the bat, like, this doesn't make sense just looking at it, but whatever.
You can go.
Number 10, okay. I put Green Day.
Respectable.
And I can't tell if they should be on the list or not. And when I look at my list, I can't tell if they should be higher. So, like, you'll see how much of a loop my mind is in right now. Because, like, I also look at my list and I'm like, shouldn't they be higher than some of these? But then there's some other bands that didn't make the list. All right, but Green Day, number 10. Yeah, they're kind of here because of that logic of if they were in town, would I see them? And the answer is yes. Every time Green Day comes through town, I would see them. I've been a fan since American Idiot came out when I was 7 years old. No exaggeration, because my brother was 5 years older and getting into that kind of music at age 12, I guess. So I heard them pretty early on in life. And yeah, I was big on American Idiot. Eventually I like found the older stuff. Like I heard Warning pretty quickly. I think I really started to like delve into their catalog after 21st Century Breakdown came out. And that makes sense because I would have been like 11 by then, and like that's more of an age where you're gonna start thinking about the music you're into and like trying to find stuff for yourself. So I really went, like, I saw them live for my 12th birthday in 2009, my first concert ever, and I think that opened up my curiosity to like the rest of their catalog, and of course I now love most of their catalog. I guess another thing I should say is like there are bands on this list where I do not love the whole catalog, but like my love for some of their catalog is strong enough that they've made the list. Because I feel like that's worth mentioning for some bands.
Yeah.
Who are not as consistent as others.
Yeah, not a lot of bands are pretty consistent.
A lot of bands are consistent?
Yeah, not a lot of bands are.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. It's totally all over the map. And then some bands, it's like every record's a banger, and that's awesome. Good for them.
Yeah, Green Day's a big one though. Like
Green Day was one of those every record's a banger until like the 2009.
Like I say, the 2010s were a very dark decade for Green Day.
Yeah, when they got to the trilogy, it all fell apart, and I really honestly haven't enjoyed a Green Day album since the trilogy.
Yeah, and even like Revolution Radio, it's like
it's okay. It's
only
like,
enjoyed like two, maybe three songs on
the
entire album.
It's not a great album in my opinion. It's bad. It's the best in the last like
decade,
10 years now. Yeah, like it's better than the trilogy. It's definitely better than Father of All. But like, goddamn, the quality took a fucking dump truck tip after 21st Century Breakdown.
It did do that.
But yeah, and I've said before, Nimrod is my favorite Green Day album. It has been for a solid few years now, so I don't know if that'll change or not down the road. Obviously, Dookie's up there. Warning, Insomniac, American Idiot, of course. Like, you can't really go wrong with their catalog up until the trilogy. And gonna catch that live show when it comes through. So yeah, I'm just repeating and rambling now. So you're good. Do your number 10.
A more important event started happening. Coop jumped on his cat jumped up next to me on the couch.
He's scared of you, and he did.
It's like he's only scared of me sometimes. Where, when it's on his terms, he will come up and rub his face on my hand. But other times he'll just see me and run away.
The other 3 like you because I have 4 cats.
They do be 4 of them.
Yes.
Anyways, yes, number 10. For me, is yeah, like I said, mine's based on what Spotify said. I play on repeat a lot recently.
Yours is objective.
Which on repeat a lot recently. I don't know what the time frame is, but apparently these are on repeat a lot. And my number 10 is Billy Talent.
Wow.
Yeah. And,
okay. Well, okay. Shit. All right. We didn't discuss this beforehand. What do we do if a band is on both of our lists?
Maybe not talk as depth into them. Question
Like,
mark?
do you talk about them now and me later, or do we just talk about them together and then I skip it later?
I mean, we could both talk about it. I mean, I commented on Green Day.
They're not on your list though, right?
No.
No.
So I mean, like maybe if like we cross over,
Yeah,
a little bit of a spoiler, but
it's cool. Yeah, let's just both talk about them now.
Yeah,
they're my number 7. So
yeah.
So
I feel like they're a band that, especially for us specifically, I feel like there's like a little bit of nostalgia there, which I'll mention in a moment. But it's just like, I don't know. Depending on like I feel like I can always. I don't want to say always, but like, I don't know. I like them. Like, I don't know. I find myself in the mood just kind of listen to them. They're not bad. They're not. They're not bad. They're not definitely not my favorite for very obvious level number 10. But I don't know. I'm not good at articulating this. Like I said, it's like
I can do some articulation of Billy Talent.
They're OGs, I guess.
I don't know how you feel, but for me, like, it's mostly their first 3 albums.
I don't mind their more recent stuff.
Even particularly for me, it's like the first 2, but like 3 is still awesome. Dead Silence is cool. Afraid of Heights is all right too.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's definitely a lower for me.
I mean, yeah, it's
Still
like it's kind of like everything past 3 is less my thing, but still good.
Like it's still Billy Talent, but like I said, Afraid of Heights definitely is a lower point for sure.
And then their newer stuff, like everything after Afraid of Heights, I just like not really into personally. Like kind of in one ear out the other, kind of for me.
Yeah, like I think like their most recent album I did enjoy.
It was a weird like amalgamation of shit they've been putting out for a few years.
And freaking Rivers Cuomo plays.
Yeah, randomly
he plays on a song.
Very randomly,
like
he's there singing.
He has like his own verse, and it's like, okay.
It's kind of one of those random weird features that didn't need to happen, but it's like kind of cool it did, I guess.
It's like I guess they wanted to play with him or something like that.
Yeah, apparently they did, and it's cool. It's cool that they did that.
But it's definitely interesting.
Strange.
It's definitely an interesting and random choice.
It's strange. I don't know what it adds. It's kind of like Gaslight Anthem having Bruce Springsteen sing a verse on one of their new songs.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like cool, and like they always have the Bruce comparison, but it's also like
why?
I don't know how much that added because he just sings the same verse Brian sang. So I don't know. But yeah, I guess it's cool. It's like a cool opportunity for the band. I guess if I had an opportunity to have someone I admire sing on a song, I wouldn't pass it up. But I don't know what it adds though, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to back it up a little bit, talking about Billy Talent, I said it's even a little bit of nostalgia for us. Is because like my first exposure to Billy Talent was actually Fallen Leaves with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Wow. I had no idea it was in the...
Yeah, it was it wasn't in the game.
Us?
Yeah. Like you would play it.
Wow.
You put on cheats and shit, and
we'd be flying the car around.
Yeah, and you would just blast that song for some reason.
Apparently, it was around 2007 or 8, probably.
So yeah, you would just blast Fallen Leaves, and it just kind of. That was my first exposure, and I just kind of.
It really went with that car flying through the air.
Apparently. Like every now and then when the car fell, it was indeed Fallen Leaves, I guess.
Wow. It was indeed.
But then I kind of just kept listening to them, I guess.
Yeah, Billy Talent 2 specifically is a amazing album, and I strongly recommend.
They were good. They were good to see live too.
Yeah, no, they were always a great live show, and like I had the privilege of seeing them a lot in like just a few years because we lived kind of near Montreal, and they were always touring Canada. Ever since I left, though, I've had zero chance to see them because they still kind of just hang out in that area, and they go to like Germany, but like they do not play the States. They did a festival in LA or around, not in LA, like in California recently. But, like, I'm sure they got shafted. They probably got, like, a short set time at a weird hour. And, like, I wasn't going to pay for a festival to see a short set. So.
Yeah, because when we saw them, it was up at Amnesia Rock Fest 7, 8 years ago. Yeah, 2016.
Jeez. Yeah, I guess so.
That's what we saw. Man, even that was.
I saw them a handful of times, but yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They some good shit.
I think. Yeah, they're kind of a strange band because, I've heard they're definitely hit or miss as far as Ben's vocals. Some people just aren't gonna like his singing. Other people are going to absolutely love it. So
I think he has a beautiful voice.
he does, especially when he's like doing those real high yelly notes. Yeah, would recommend.
He pulls it off.
And like the rest of the instrumentation's pretty like goddamn awesome. Their guitarist is incredible.
They have a recognizable sound.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you hear it, you're like, oh, if you hear the guitar, you're like, yeah, that's Billy Talent.
They went more like metal in the more recent. I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, definitely like more metal, like hard rock, and like the older stuff had more of a like youthful kind of punky kind of like indie alternative vibe.
Well, it's probably because time has passed.
Yeah,
it's been like 20 years.
They're like doing a different thing now, and it's less my thing, but it's like it's still good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still like it.
But I definitely wanted to point out their guitarist is insanely good, and he does like a thing where he does like he's only guitarist in the band, and he like somehow like you never feel a lack of guitar because he basically plays lead and rhythm at the same time. He's something else. All right, what do we got now? I guess it's my number 9.
That's how it would go.
I don't expect us to have much crossover after this because I know what the rest of your list is going to be filled with. But
You'll be surprised.
we'll see.
You'll be surprised.
We'll see if I'm surprised.
You will.
We'll see. All right, my number 9. The Menzingers.
They're pretty good.
I don't know. Thank you. I needed your validation. Yeah, we saw them together last year.
I have a shirt.
So that says something. That says that I have seen them in recent years. I've seen them a couple times before that. I will say, like, they're more of a album band for me, like one that I listen to rather than one that I do feel like I need to see live every time. They're going to come here in December, and I don't know if I need to see them because I've seen them a few times, and what kind of bums me out when I see them live, if I'm being honest, is they like tend to slow a lot of the songs down that like really click for me because of the energy on the recordings. Especially stuff from On the Impossible Past, their 2012 album. Probably my favorite of theirs. If not, like I definitely think it's probably their best album. Which is maybe controversial because people love After the Party so much, and I love the song After the Party, but a lot of that album kind of stopped hitting for me after like the year it came out. Don't know why.
Huh.
Anyway, yeah, there's select songs from Rented World. A lot of that album's really great actually. And After the Party, Hello Exile, and like they have an album coming out really soon. It sounds like it's going to shape up to be a pretty good one, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, my favorite is definitely On the Impossible Past. Surprise, surprise.
I don't know them enough to be completely honest. Like, yeah, I saw them live. I've listened to them in my own personal time, but it's like
A bit.
not enough.
Yeah.
Where like the names of the songs, like I memorize the names.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I heard them, I'd probably know it.
Good
but
Things.
But I couldn't tell. Yeah, I know Good Things.
Good Things is still a particularly great live song
Yeah.
because once it kicks into like the heavier part, it's just so it's really cathartic to just jump and scream along.
Yeah.
I've been having a horrible time.
Yeah, I remember when we saw them live. That's what happened. Is like everyone was
Jumping and screaming.
going at it for that.
Yeah, that one's a great live song. But yeah, I don't know. I might like decide last second to see them in December, like I just did with Gaslight Anthem, when they were
You
in
did.
Vegas.
You did do that.
Yeah.
I guess they were in Vegas.
Yep. I might decide to do that or I might not, but they're like a band that I feel like I'll at least catch every like other time they're around. So, yeah. There was a time in like 2018, 2019 that they were literally all I listened to, and it kind of shows up in my Spotify stats. They're like, well, I think they're like third or fourth of all time most listened bands.
Well,
So even though those listens aren't recent and I don't play them a lot anymore, maybe I'll go through another phase when their new album drops.
well,
Which, by the time this is out, the album dropped.
funny thing. If you want to keep talking about them, my number 9 is Gaslight Anthem.
That is kind of surprising because, well,
I've been through a really big, like I said, don't forget mine's based on just how much I repeat stuff lately. And I've been through, like recently, I went through a pretty big Gaslight phase again.
interesting. Well, guys, this is kind of unfair. They're my number 1.
Wow.
So I guess no surprises for my number 1 today.
Wow.
But yeah, I guess we should talk about them.
Apparently you can see a lot more than I can.
I'm more curious about you because, yeah, like, what when you go through a Gaslight Anthem phase, what are you listening to?
Usually just kind of a little bit of everything. Like nothing in specific. But it definitely is usually more when I'm sad, to be honest.
Yeah.
When I find myself more down, I just feel Brian calling to me.
They have this like perfect. They have this perfect like. Their music is very melancholy tinged, but to me, they helped pull me out of depression in 2016 when that's all I was listening to.
Yeah.
You remember that, yeah.
You did do that.
Yeah. Like they helped pull me out of that because they have like maybe like being really sad is what makes me want to listen to them, but actually listening to them just makes me feel better because it feels somewhat like hopeful. I don't know if you feel like that or if it just makes you more depressed, but
I don't want to say it makes me feel either, to be honest.
it makes me feel hopeful for
Like,
some reason.
Like it doesn't make me feel hopeful or
It
more
feels
sad.
like I have a friend who's like, and I can't even explain it because a lot of the lyrics will be about like cars or like diners or like just stuff that I can't even technically relate to, but it sounds so like nostalgic and like in a way that I feel like it is my experience.
You definitely took some lyrics to pretty personally. The whole, I think I'm gonna move to California.
Yeah, I did that.
You took that pretty serious.
I thought that too, and then I did that.
You're like, you know what? That's a very good idea.
I don't know if he ever did that. I think he did that, but then moved back. I have no idea. But
yeah, I mean,
so
like,
you're all over the map because for me, like the album that I had on repeat for a long time was the first one, Sink or Swim, especially.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. And then obviously, like, I'm a fan of every album in the catalog. Handwritten is actually my least favorite of them, but like
I do enjoy that, but I feel like I would agree.
I do like Handwritten, but it's probably my least favorite, strangely enough, because I was introduced to them with 45, of course, and then
Yeah, I like that.
yeah. But yeah, probably and then I don't know, I like Get Hurt more than most people do. I feel like a lot of the songs on there really hit for me. American Slang.
That was the stuff you first showed me, and they kind of make sense now that we're talking about it.
On Get Hurt? Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
that was the first album you showed me.
it was their new album at the time.
Ironically,
Like,
I think Get Hurt was the first song you showed me.
that's interesting to me.
It was definitely from that album. I know
that's
that.
interesting to me because like that's not your forte for music. I feel like I would have showed you 45 because it's like what you were most. That's like the sound you were more into at that time.
I do still listen to Get Hurt though.
Get Hurt?
Yeah, I still listen to it.
I like the whole album, give or take like a couple songs maybe, but like I love everything they're doing. They're another band that's about to release an album after a long hiatus, and I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of that. Yeah, I was gonna say American Slang also hits, but of course, like the two like untouchable albums from them are of course like Sink or Swim and the 59 Sound, and
Yeah.
yeah, I never knew if you were gonna be into the 59 Sound because it has like kind of it's like I guess it has like that punk spirit and energy, but the production on it is so much more like kind of like I don't even know how to put it. It's like Americana kind of.
Mm.
It's like like that's where all the Bruce Springsteen comparisons came in, and I see where like it comes from. To say the least.
Huh.
I guess you don't know any Bruce Springsteen really, so
Yeah, I'm just kind of like a
doesn't help.
just kind of an unsure little. Huh.
Yeah.
You lost me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they might legitimately be my favorite band. Like, they might not be accidentally on top. Because, like, my favorite artist, yeah, is Elliott Smith, but he's a solo artist. And then my favorite album, I guess I won't spoil, is by another band on this list. But I think, like, as far as full catalog, a band that I want to catch live, shit that I had repeat on for years that, like, saved my life if we're going to get deep. No. Yeah, it's the Gaslight Anthem. I don't really think there's a miss in the first 5 albums, and I'm hoping they continue that streak with the new one. Some people aren't loving the new songs, I guess, but even the ones I was more unsure of have pretty much grown on me already. So
Yeah, I like their new stuff.
it sounds like Gaslight. It doesn't hit me like the other stuff yet, but like the other stuff didn't hit me immediately either. It had to sink in. So we'll see.
Yeah, they have a few. They're another band that has a sound, and Brian's voice is very distinct.
It's important to it, yeah. Absolutely. Dead air.
Yeah.
So I guess that's all you had to say for them. I guess I mostly talked, but they were my number one, so I felt like I should.
Yeah, that's what I said. I even said like you probably have a lot more to say than I do.
Yeah, I was just interested that they were on your list at all or on your recently played at all, because I didn't know what a Gaslight Anthem phase looks like for you. But I guess if it's all over, then
Yeah, I mean, like,
I know you like 1,000 Years from Get Hurt.
Yeah, I think that was another one of the first ones you showed me.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, like it comes and goes. Like I said, basically, I'm just sad. Doesn't make me feel better. Doesn't make me feel worse. It's just kind of that sad kind of music that I just, you know.
It's sad, but it's upbeat, and to me, it's nostalgic and hopeful. All right.
Number 7.
Number 7. No, I'm at 8.
Well, yeah, oops.
Yeah, we've been kind of all
Oops.
around. Here we go. Number
Yeah.
8 for me. We got an interesting one that I put on here because I just thought, like, even though I don't listen to them that much, I've only seen them live once. Mostly because, like, they're always at festivals or, like, the tickets are just going to be super expensive. Band I've listened to forever since my brother showed me when I was very young.
What?
Do we have any guesses? It's System of a Down.
Well, that's my number 8.
Whoa! Here we are tied.
I was like, a band your brother showed you. I was gonna guess like Slipknot or something.
Yeah, no, it's System of a Down because I realize I should probably just give them the credit already. I usually don't think of them because they're like the only band that you could consider metal that I ever listened to.
Pretty much kind of same, except for recently I've gotten into I've listened to more like Slipknot and like Iron Maiden and like
Yeah.
there's another one, but not important right now.
I'm kind of into like obviously, yeah, I'm into that stuff too, but like nothing on the level of System of a Down because they're another band that I know and love almost every song by. The songs I don't know and love as much are off the first album, which I guess is super controversial. So everyone thinks, like everyone in the subreddit or like their super fans think that's like top tier, best System of a Down stuff, but you know, I've heard it all, and for me, it's just I actually, another controversial take. I kind of prefer the direction they were going on, like Mesmerize, Hypnotize, a lot. I think it's great shit. I obviously think Toxicity is amazing too. Steal This album. It's just the first album. I'm more gonna like pick and choose some songs to listen to. I like the more melodic shit from them. I like the harmonies.
Yeah. Their singing is impeccable. Immaculate.
Especially when they harmonize. And I guess people...
just Serge's voice. That's all I need to say.
It's something else. I mean, I like Darren's voice too, and I guess a lot of people...
Yeah.
He definitely has a weird voice that like shouldn't work, but it does.
Yeah. They both do. They're both pretty good.
Especially when they like have songs where it's just Darren singing, like Kill Rock and Roll, or like She's Like Heroin.
Yeah, I like those.
Or like I guess a lot of people hate Lonely Day. I really don't get that.
People hate that?
People hate Lonely Day. I think it's because it's like a really popular song and people think like, oh, this dude, like for some reason the most common criticism I see is it says loneliest. Or no. It says most loneliest. And people don't like that. It's like the double negative or whatever. Like
it's
people are like, yeah, that's not proper English, and it's like, that's really what bothers you?
Technically, if you want to be that guy, they're not English, if I'm right.
Well, I mean, they're Armenian, and they're like they're all living in, they're all in Glendale.
Yeah,
so that's interesting.
But they're not like English. Probably not. I would imagine they're not English like speaking native.
I don't know, because obviously, like they do speak
pretty good. I mean, they're pretty fluent.
Yeah, this isn't a door you should have opened, because I don't know what language Armenians speak even.
Yeah. That's what I said. If you want to be that guy,
but yeah, I know there is a language. So if you want to talk for a second, I'll look it up so we can look a little less dumb.
Well, it's quite the cliff you threw me off, because I was like trying to get my Spotify to load, but yeah, I mean, Armenia. Yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable.
Well, okay, yeah, it says Armenian is a language. I thought it might be, but I didn't want to sound really dumb if I was wrong.
Yeah.
So now I just sound dumb. Anyway, cool. Yeah, I think I remember seeing only Darren was born in the United States and the rest of them are like actually immigrated from Armenia, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Basically, we could always be wrong here because we're just talking out our asses on a couch.
We are not completely knowledgeable on everything we talk about.
No, and that's our disclaimer. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure like they're very good with the English language, so I wouldn't make that.
I would argue they're better than like me.
Yeah.
And I'm
I wouldn't make the claim that it says most loneliest because they have bad English. I think it was definitely a choice.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of people just don't like it. And I think that's a really stupid reason not to like the song. Also, if you just think it's like boring compared to like the crazy shit they usually do, fine, fair enough. But like,
it's still good.
I think it's a good song. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can enjoy simplicity, and I can enjoy their crazier shit.
Yeah, it's just pretty good. I think they just sound good overall, across the board.
Yeah,
there's very few songs, very few that I'll skip.
Yeah, honestly, like, and I don't know if it sounded like I was disrespecting the first album. I think it's good, and I wouldn't skip any of those songs either. So, yeah, probably not really a bad song in the catalog, just something that I prefer to others.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, Mesmerize was kind of like my first, like that whole album, I think was my first experience with them, and then like Toxicity after. And those would be my top two, Mesmerize and Toxicity. And then Steal This Album and Hypnotize are probably like on the same level, like just a little bit below those, and then the self-titled.
I'm not good with album
names. For me. Yeah, I'm an album person. Always have been, always will be.
It's like, I know Toxicity, but that's probably because you probably could argue that was their most popular album.
Yeah. If there's 10,000 bands putting out albums, I am one of those bands. If there's one band putting out an album, I am that band. Yeah. I'm just an album person.
Uh,
All right. Who do we have next? We have number 7 for me, I guess, which is Billy Talent, which we already talked about. So it's back to you. Back to you, number 7.
No.
I don't think we'll have crossover again.
Yeah, this might surprise you though, but no use for a name.
Okay, yeah, they're not on my list, but they would have been.
Well,
They would have been because like they still mean a lot to me in my heart, and I just didn't put them here because I feel like I put them on my other list. I put them like about here, like 6 or 7, because obviously Tony Sly and his music have got me through a lot in my younger years, but it has been a long time since I listened to them on repeat or anything.
yeah,
And I just felt like I should put like a modern list for me on here.
yeah. I mean, there's sometimes where I just like, I feel like part of me, when I'm in the mood for what I would right now to say quote unquote like classic punk feel. I feel like No Use for a Name has like somehow like become my go-to, but while also like having that like meaningful messaging behind it.
They do. That's like a thing I love also. They also are another band with that melancholic tinge that like I get from Gaslight Anthem, but they're like skate punk with melancholic tinge.
Yeah, so it's like you get, like I said, so you can get like the emotion behind it, but also like that you could scratch that itch of like, yeah, they're punk and they're pretty fast punk too.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know, it's kind of it's an itch, and like I said, for some reason out of the blue, they kind of just became my go-to recently, in like recent months, recent years.
That's good. Yeah, they have a really strong catalog too. One of my favorite albums is one that I guess like Fat Mike didn't like. I guess that people keep them confused as like a low point in their career, and I really like that album. I don't know. There's like some stuff on there that isn't just fast, like all the time, and like I really love that stuff. Like Divine Letdown, which is like a short one, but still. Apparition is one of my favorites.
I love that.
Yeah, from them just overall, and that's like one of their more like mid-tempo songs for them.
Yeah, I can see that. Be like a lower point, but it's still good.
Like it's great. Like Black Box, I love that one's kind of like more mid-tempo for them too. I don't mean like mid-song. I mean like actual tempo. Like it's not a fast punk song. It's like a bit slower. Like yeah, some of my favorite stuff is on that album, and some of my favorite stuff is on their last album, like the Feel Good Record of the Year. I had that one on repeat for like a while. Around the time that I learned about Tony passing, which I kind of got into them right as Tony passed, unfortunately. So I never got to see him live, and I never will be able to.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate timing. And I don't think you showed me them until like a little while later too, which kind of sucked.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but they're I'm malfunctioning. I don't think there's a skate punk band on my list. There's no one on my list that I would consider skate punk. But if No Use for a Name is my favorite skate punk band for sure. And it's always going to be meaningful to me. I guess I ended up talking about it more, but it's not even on my list.
It's fine.
Did you have anything else to say?
I don't think so.
All right.
Like I said, I struggle to articulate this stuff.
So it helps that I'm articulating a little, but we're definitely gonna get to some towards the top that I have nothing to say because I don't even know them.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 6. AFI.
Surprising.
AFI. You think that's surprising?
To me a little bit. I feel like you never listen to them anymore.
AFI is just another one that it goes. I go way back. Go way back with AFI.
I enjoyed me some old AFI.
Old AFI is like
First couple albums, I'll
fucking
just
sick.
listen. The first couple albums, I'll just press play and just listen to them all the way through.
Yeah, no, for me, like, everything up until Sing the Sorrow is like its own thing. It's really fucking amazing. I'm usually like, that's the thing with AFI though. Like, I can listen to different eras of AFI depending on what mood I'm in like what I want to hear at the moment. And like none of it's really bad, I don't think, except I haven't listened to too much after Crash Love. So they kind of had that Green Day effect.
Yeah, but that makes sense too. But it makes sense for them too because they're also another old band that was going since like what, the 90s maybe.
Yeah, but I didn't pull like what everyone else pulled. Everyone like kind of jumped ship when December Underground and like Crash Love came out. I still think those two are really like great albums for what they are. But like for me, like it kind of started with Burials and then like, which you know, there's some songs on there I like too, and even like the Blood album, there's a couple songs I like, but the most recent one wasn't really my thing. And
They made another after the Blood album.
yeah, they made one pretty recently, I believe.
Huh.
I think The Missing Man, or that was an EP. They put out something else more recent. And I don't know, yeah, nothing's hit for me that much since Crash Love. Which I think Crash Love is a super underrated AFI album. Just because like I feel like a lot of people don't even know it exists. But it's got some favorites on there for sure. Like Veronica Sawyer Smokes is a great song. My mom was really obsessed with Medicate. Okay, I Feel Better Now is a great song. It Was Mine. Just awesome stuff. And like the band kind of ignores that the album exists too.
Wow.
They only kind of play End Transmission or Beautiful Thieves if they play anything from it. But I think I think it's fucking awesome. And yeah, I there's just so much good music out there. It's hard because I feel like Art of Drowning and Black Sails in the Sunset are some of my favorite albums ever too, but I just like, goddamn, talking about music just destroys my brain. There's so much good music out there. So it's unfair that they didn't make any like top albums. Sing the Sorrow, of course. Yeah, I don't really think from inception, from their conception, inception. I can't figure out my words. Whenever they started up until Crash Love, they didn't put out a bad album, and I'm down with all of it. Especially like that, like kind of Misfitsy era that they went through of the like horror punk, All Hallows, and the other two albums I just named. I saw them earlier this year do Sing the Sorrow front to back, and it was fucking awesome.
That's nice.
I'm gonna shut up now because like I can't really articulate either besides just saying that they're really good. And I like it. Yeah.
Well, here's where it gets started getting pretty unrelatable.
Number 6.
Mad Caddies, for me.
Wow. All right. Yeah. I know I showed you them way back when, but you definitely got way more into them.
Yeah, I would say they were like my, like, let's say Green Day, but for like the reggae punk scene.
Yeah.
Like,
Introduced you to everything.
it kind of just fell off the diving board into the.
I just showed you drinking for a living.
Yeah, I still love that.
And then
It just kind of hits.
went and found the rest.
Yeah, like I went through their catalog, and then I just kind of was like, related artist, and then just kind of always spiraled from there. But we're talking about Mad Caddies,
Yes, we are.
and
For now.
for now, and I haven't seen them. I would, but it's kind of like, I don't know. This is where it's gonna start being shitty because
So now you have to articulate yourself.
I don't know. I like them a lot. I like their sound.
I think it's neat.
I just think it's neat. I don't know. This is what I mean. I vibe with their vibes.
They're good. I like their cover that they did on the No Use for a Name album also. The new No Use, like the Tony Sly tribute album.
Yeah. They have a whole album of just covers.
I think they did AM on the Tony Sly tribute album. That shit was good. Yeah, the covers album. I don't really know it, but
yeah, they just like went and covered.
Didn't they cover She?
Yeah. Yeah,
like
they
Green Day.
Yeah, they covered. Let's see if Spotify will load at a decent pace.
Some great bands did some cover albums.
Yeah, they Sorrow from Bad Religion, Sleep Along, She from Green Day. So a couple other songs. Alienate from Lagwagon. Sink Florida Sink from Against Me.
Nice. It's a great song, great band.
A couple others that I just don't know the original band, so I'm not saying them, but
and Lagwagon's great too. I just haven't thought of them in so long.
yeah, if it's kind of like almost for me, it's almost like No Use for a Name. Got a tangent here. It's almost like No Use for a Name, but Lagwagon's almost more nostalgic, probably because like we listened to them longer
and earlier.
But, yeah, but I just like No Use for a Name more.
Me too. Same thing happened to me once I kind of like got into No Use for a Name. It was like the shit Tony did with his melodies and like his lyrics and all that just like hit me in a different way from Lagwagon, which was like fun and upbeat and whatever.
Yeah, I still do like Lagwagon, but yeah, just No Use for a Name I like more.
Yeah, a little bit.
I even actually really like Tony Sly and Joey Cape's acoustic albums.
Me too. Awesome shit.
Tangents, but yeah. So yeah,
Mad Caddies.
Mad Caddies did a couple. Yeah, did a couple cover of I'm assuming other punk songs. But yeah, I just really like them. I like their vibes. I like their tunes.
Hell yeah. You motherfuckers ready for a stupid one?
Sure.
I've always felt self-conscious, and I felt the need to put them on my honorable mentions list. But I'm just being honest and real with myself. Weezer. I put Weezer here.
Low-key controversial, probably.
Yeah, well, because, and I don't disagree, and I've been on record many a time. I am one of those Weezer fans that mostly just likes the first two albums. It is true. But I know they've got some other bangers. I like some shit on the Green album. I like I like a lot of the Green album. I think it's overhated. It's simple. It's basic. And I get, like, if you were keeping up with Weezer back when they released the first two albums and you're a fan and you're waiting for more of that shit and then you get Green plopped on your chest, it's kind of like, excuse me? Because it's like, all the songs are, like, formulaic. The guitar solos are just the melodies of the verse or the chorus, and all, like, every song's kind of short and just like wrapped up tight in a bow for the radio station, and whatnot. But there are some fucking bangers on there, and Hashpipe is one of them. I don't know what the fuck you weirdos were thinking back when that dropped, because that shit bangs. Island in the Sun, like those two are hits for a reason. And then
I remember Island in the Sun always has a weird spot for me that I'll always remember when we were at McDonald's when it started playing on the radio.
Hip, hip.
And we were really just confused because all we heard was a very hip, hip. And we're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What is that sound?
Yeah, because
what is that melody?
For some reason, whenever it plays in public, there's some kind of speaker issue. And it kind of skips like the opening guitar.
So all you hear is just rivers.
Yeah.
Just
hip, hip.
And then just yep. And then they start playing.
Yep.
It's like, okay.
I was going on a tangent about why I actually like some of the Green album. Yeah, the hits are the hits, but there's some other good shit on there, especially Oh Girlfriend, the closing track. I love that song. I genuinely feel things from that song, so I don't think it's completely soulless and just radio pop shit.
You talking about Pinkerton?
No, I'm talking about Green Album because everyone agrees the first 2 albums are great, but I wanted to go into some of the other stuff I like. And like Maladroit's got some great shit on there, of course, too. Burnt Jam. I'm not gonna really throw anyone off guard by saying Burnt Jam's a good song because it's a fucking great song. Keep Fishing and Slob. There's some good shit, and then Make Believe. And I'm here to tell y'all motherfuckers, you're wrong about Make Believe. I'm gonna defend Make Believe because Beverly Hills is fucking garbage.
It's pretty overrated.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. But then you get past it, and honestly, there's some real good Weezer on there. I don't know if any of you out there who judged this album like when it came out and haven't gone back, fucking do yourselves a favor because it's like, especially the last song on there, Haunt You Every Day, is like unironically up there for Weezer songs just in general. It's a fucking banger. And it doesn't stop there. This Is Such a Pity is a pretty great song. We all know Perfect Situation's a good song.
Yeah.
Hold Me. If you're not into Hold Me, what are you doing? It's a good song. And I don't know. I just think it has like more good songs than people give it credit for. There's definitely some trash. I hear you. But it's still pretty good. For me, Weezer completely loses me at the Red album. I don't know if there's like a single song. Oh, I like the ending. I can't remember what it's called. The Angel and the One. I like that song a lot.
You don't like Pork and Beans?
I don't really like Pork and Beans, and I'm tired of pretending I do. That song's just all right.
The Rock Band effect.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's something. Then of course, Skip a few, and some Ube and White is good, but that's where I stand. I don't have to go into depth on the first 2 albums. There's not a single song I don't like, including the bonus tracks, the deluxe songs. Nothing hits for me like those first 2 Weezer albums. So that's why I couldn't deny them this spot. Even though like they kind of have a disappointing live set. If you see them, like, you're gonna get like half the Blue album, but like not the ones that you really want to hear because they never play them. And then like you'll get maybe a song or 2 from Pinkerton, and like those are great songs, but I'd love to hear some of the others, especially the bonus tracks. But yeah, so much good shit on those first 2 albums and some decent stuff after that. I couldn't deny them any longer. A spot on my list. And they're clearly here for like quality over quantity because it's the quality of the good shit that brought them this far up.
It's valid.
Yeah. Love it. Also, I bothered Rivers to sign my Pinkerton album, and he did it twice, but it didn't show up. I'm kind of sad.
I guess he did it twice and it didn't show up.
Yeah, he did it once, it didn't show up. I said, hey, could you like do that again, please? And he did it, and then it still didn't show up, and I was just like, well, I'm sad because fuck silver Sharpies. Just stick to black Sharpies. The silver ones immediately stop working. Like, that shit was brand new out of the box, and it didn't show up. Fuck silver Sharpies.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. All right. I'm done with my tangent. You're number 5.
All right. Well, another unrelatable one on brand.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you've heard of them, but Ignite.
I think so.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. They're just kind of.
Are they the band I think they're? Let
me
check.
They've kind of been part of like the same wave that I've been like. It's kind of like why I've been in the mood of like Slipknot and like Iron Maiden and this other band that I looked up and never commented on about. But yeah, it's kind of they're kind of like heavier, but they're political heavy. Like I don't know if they're considered metal.
Melodic hardcore band. All right.
Yeah. But they're pretty political, and I fuck with it.
Yeah. Unlike some other political bands that got canceled this year.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Yes, okay, I do because yeah, Zoli Teglas was in that band. I guess he's not anymore. That's interesting.
Huh.
I guess he left in 2020. So
Wow.
probably the stuff you're listening to was with him on it. Yeah. So the thing is, he replaced Jim in Pennywise for one album.
Oh yeah, I do.
The
remember,
Green album.
I do remember looking that up on the wiki. Yeah.
Yeah, he sang on the album that was Green, and for some reason those became some of Pennywise's most popular songs on Spotify.
That's interesting.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
But I wasn't a fan. I thought he sounds like Dexter from The Offspring, and like honestly, it wasn't doing it for me. But
yeah, all of their albums of theirs I listened to are pre-2020.
never really listened to Ignite, but I just thought he made Pennywise sound like The Offspring. So I don't know.
But
Can't comment.
I don't think a little bit off topic. Yeah, I don't remember any songs on the Green album from Pennywise. But, anyways, yeah, like I don't know, they're political. I fuck with them pretty hard. I mean, like they're definitely left leaning.
As you'd hope.
Yeah, for someone with our alignment.
We're gonna talk politics now. No.
Like there's like one song I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't remember the whole context. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about it because I don't know the context. So I feel like it would just sound like shit.
Okay. All right, next one. No.
Oh yeah, just I don't know. They're political hardcore. I've been kind of in a hardcore like phase recently, and it's like I don't know. It's good listens.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't know if you were thinking of more to say or not.
That's it.
Sorry.
We good.
You said we good?
Yeah.
Okay, then my next one. What do we got? 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 Streetlight Manifesto. Number
Dang.
4. They're fucking dank.
A little fun fact about that. Out of respect, I barely listen to them anymore.
Out of respect.
Yeah, out of respect, for my close friend Jillian, because of her ex-boyfriend. He would wake her up by blaring that on his phone.
Wow.
So she hates them now, and out of respect, I don't play that around her.
Oh,
And since we work together,
that's a
I
lot.
just don't listen to him anymore.
Well, that can be what it is, I guess, but they're fucking amazing.
Oh no, I love them.
Yeah,
They were a good live show too.
they belong up here. Every song is fucking like every song hit. Every song is a fucking goddamn 3-act play. I don't know. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, they totally entirely ruined ska punk for me as a genre because they just transcend the genre and do something bigger and better and more epic with it than anyone else did. And like totally ruined shit like Real Big Fish for me, which like I was never that big into them anyway. I know you were. I know you definitely had a phase.
Excuse.
Anyway, and like yeah, they're fine live and whatever, but like yeah, after I heard Streetlight Manifesto, I couldn't go listen to like She Has a Girlfriend Now or something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because like it totally shatters like any preconception of like a ska punk band.
Realistically looking at it, I did kind of like the same thing.
Yeah, you just heard like better ska punk and you never went back.
Like yeah, pretty much. I feel like other than Streetlight, yeah, I'd say I went through a lot of Less Than Jake too, but I know it's kind of a rough topic at the moment. But
Yeah,
I'll say like yeah, it was like one Streetlight Manifesto. It was like I think I've only listened to a Real Big Fish like every now and then, either like on a shuffle or I think Where Have You Been? Because
yeah, like the songs that aren't just kind of dumb.
yeah, like Where Have You Been is such a not Real Big Fish song. It's
Actually like a decent song.
like
yeah.
it's kind of crazy actually.
Yeah, like it's actually pretty good. And they like I actually like Beer too. I know like I think I'll have myself a beer is like kind of funny or whatever, or like dumb or whatever. But like the rest of it's kind of just a breakup song, and the chorus kind of bangs. Anyway, Streetlight Manifesto.
The better song.
Every song fucking bangs.
It's a story.
Yeah.
Like every song is a story.
Every song's fucking like intense lyrically. Like there's some powerful shit going on in there. There's some epic like horn sections. Like one of the best feelings ever, like at a live show I have, is seeing Streetlight Manifesto, and they play "Would You Be Impressed," and it gets to that. It's just like fuck yeah, dude. I don't know. You just gotta fucking jump and let it absorb your soul. It's so good.
Become part of the horns.
It's so good. They're so good. I don't know. They're a live show that I really try not to miss. I just had to miss them, unfortunately. They came through, and I didn't know until last minute, and I already had other plans, and
Whoa.
it was sad. Also, their trumpet player just died recently, and it's really strange and sad because he was young, and that sucks.
Rip.
But yeah, like, fuck. If I have any say in it, I'm not going to miss them when they're coming through. Or anything that Tokay is doing either, because they just fucking...
Yeah, he's pretty good solo.
They're on another level. Yeah. Yeah, I got that poster because I saw him with an orchestra. It was pretty insane, and they covered Radiohead, like Karma Police. That was totally out of left field, but totally welcomed. Like...
Interesting.
Amazing. Amazing band. All of it. All of it. I mean, except maybe the covers album. I'm not huge on the covers album. And there's like some misses in the track list, I guess, maybe. But generally, like, they haven't missed.
Yeah, I feel like covers are usually hit or miss unless you meant that specifically.
Yeah, and I'm really, really hoping, like, I know they're finally working on another album. It's been since 2013.
Wow.
And I really hope we see it hit next year. Because, like, god damn, it's been a long time at this point. And it'll probably be their last album if they don't learn how to do shit faster. But I know Tokay is a perfectionist.
So yeah, plus didn't they go through some like record problems?
Oh yeah, Victory Records fucks everyone over. But that was a while ago now.
Interesting.
Yep.
I gotta imagine that definitely made it complicated for a little while at least.
A little bit, yeah. Definitely. All right. You're number, what, 4?
Well,
this podcast is so different now that we're in person. It's so much better. It's going to get worse. So just wait, guys.
Yeah. Guess we'll just stop the podcast. No. But this one, I'll admit, is... I feel like my top 4 definitely show more so...
What you listen to now.
Yeah, like what I listen to now, and just kind of like them being on replay as frequently. Because my number 4 is Ballyhoo.
Weezer.
Ballyhoo Weezer.
Ballyhoo, yeah.
Ballyhoo Weezer, never heard of them.
Interesting.
Yeah, just Ballyhoo.
It's interesting. Because that's another band that I showed you, but I definitely didn't know it was going to, like, consume you.
Yeah, like, I won't even say it consumed me. Like, I obviously enjoy Walk Away. I think it's called.
Yeah, that's like the first song I showed you because it's like really one of the only ones I ever listened to by them.
Yeah, but then
that and like the first song on that album, Evil Penguin or something.
I think I like that.
I don't know.
Why does Spotify suck at your house?
Yeah, that app does absolutely suck at my house. Also, it's really annoying.
It just takes like 30 seconds to load the home
It's cool
page.
that like your phone is doing the same shit mine does though, because I feel crazy that I thought I needed a new phone, but apparently it's just
the
mixture of Wi-Fi and data in this area.
Yeah, because like I leave your
and our phone and Verizon.
Yeah, because I leave your apartment and my phone works like it does everywhere else.
Yep. Well, I guess I don't need a new phone for that reason then. If it's just going to affect every phone like mine. Anyway.
But yeah.
Ballyhoo.
But yeah.
We saw them live.
Did we?
Before you... That probably was like literally the first time you heard them though. So you don't remember. Yeah, we saw them live and met them.
I remember us meeting them. I didn't remember seeing them. I remember us seeing fucking
Interrupters.
What?
Interrupters.
There's them, but there's I feel like it starts with an M, and I feel
Mixtapes?
No.
Because we were at Warp Tour 2015 or 16.
No. I mean, I'm thinking of
2016.
I'm thinking about Rockfest. It was like day 2, like the first band we got there. Fucking.
Oh, Millencolin.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like it's at the tip of my dick, but no.
All right.
No.
All right then.
Just not the usual saying.
Yeah.
But it's unrelatable. But yeah, Melancholy. Yeah, I know. Like, I don't remember us seeing Ballyhoo at Warp Tour though.
We saw him at Warp Tour.
Huh.
I think it was literally like.
I remember.
I don't think you knew them before that day, so.
Maybe I remember us seeing Real Big Fish, Less Than Jake, Yellow Card, 741, the Masked Guy, the Intruders.
Yeah, we saw.
I know we met
Teenage Bottle Rocket also.
Yeah, I know we met the Interrupters. I don't think we saw them. But I definitely don't remember seeing.
I did see the Interrupters. I don't know if we. I don't know if I saw them at Warp Tour.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, because you took a picture of them, but I don't remember us seeing them.
I don't know if we caught Ballyhoo's whole set, but I know we caught Walk Away. So.
Huh? Yeah, I don't remember that.
So yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, that's. Yeah.
Anywho, Ballyhoo.
Wow. And just kind of like, especially some of like the recent stuff and like like singles and EPs they put out, I've kind of like really enjoyed and just kind of vibed with.
They definitely have that like beach aesthetic.
Yeah, because I mean, Spotify categorizes them as beach rock.
You're a beach boy stuck in a snow town.
Wow.
Yeah, and it shows in your music taste.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, just kind of, I don't think I vibe with all of their music, but they're just
always on repeat.
Apparently they're just always in like my daily playlist, like, because I listen to a lot of like those daily mixes that Spotify does, because I'm indecisive as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're usually there like a couple times, and they did do like a collab album with another band coming up on my list.
Yeah.
That I enjoyed. Yeah, actually they did, and they did a song with another band. So yeah, there's just a lot of crossovers in that part of the music, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I vibe.
We vibe.
I vibe, she vibe, you vibe.
We all vibe.
Like usual, I don't really have much else to say.
We all vibe here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My number 3, I guess. This is where I put Neutral Milk Hotel, which, may be interesting. Maybe. Because are they even a band?
Are they?
I choose to say they are.
Is that up for debate?
The first album was pretty much just Jeff Mangum's solo project, more or less. I mean, he had other people on it, but yeah. Then In the Aeroplane Over the Sea, obviously the very popular one, the one on my wall and on my leg and all that. My favorite album of all time, as of now.
Wow.
That one's definitely like, more of a group effort. So, yeah. I mean, I saw the Elephant Six documentary, which was about like the record label, or not the record label, but like it's just kind of like a collective of musicians that kind of like went around and worked on each other's projects and like performed live together, and it was pretty cool, pretty neat shit. Like just a little community of people who are into weird music, and like a small town in I think Louisiana, Ruston, and it moved around, and pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool documentary. And Neutral Milk Hotel was kind of just for the dudes who were in that scene when they did Aeroplane. And they made something amazing. So what was I saying? Yeah, I would say they are. I would say yeah, they are a band. And they tour as like the band that played on in the aeroplane over the sea. But obviously, like first and foremost, it was Jeff Mangum's baby, his two-headed baby, and they did the thing. There are also a couple songs on that album that he didn't write, though they are like the instrumentals. So there's that too. What do I want to say? What haven't I said already? I think. I mean, I didn't want to put them this high just based on like that they, made my favorite album ever. But I'm here to say that is not just why, because I do love the first album very much as well, and the EP like of songs that are just really weird and like hard boiled, like I meant like deep fried sounding almost. I like some of that shit too, so I'm into like the weird noisy shit that Jeff was doing, and it's just such interesting music that is also really like disturbing if you listen to the words and try and make any like sense of it, or if you just like feel the way those melodies with those words hit you and percolate in your mind and heart. It makes me feel things. All right, you're number 2.
I suppose it does that.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be my number 3.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, honestly, this is where it kind of sucks for me.
Real Big Fish.
Because no, because I'm not. Despite being my top 3, I don't have much to say about them. But yeah, my number 3 is The Elevators.
The Escalators.
The Escalators.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, like they're in my like most frequently my third most frequently played bands. And
They're objectively your third favorite.
What?
Objectively your third favorite band.
Allegedly. And it's just like, I don't know. I liked them. I clearly like their music. That's why I play it a lot.
They're cool.
But it's just like, I don't know how to describe it. I haven't seen them live. I've only recently gotten like into them. Like, it's literally like a last like couple years kind of thing. So like, I don't know. They just have good music, good lyrics,
good stuff.
They just sound good, good vibes. Like I said, I'm not good at this, and I don't know. I just don't really have anything to say.
It's good. I'm not good at this, and it's good.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Gist of it.
All right. You just want me to go on to my 2 then?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Number 2. Wow. Okay. So yeah, this one's weird too. This one's here because I've seen them live a handful of times in the last year or 2. Actually, I think it was all within like a few months. I saw them like 3 or 4 times, and then I was like, "Fuck! I need to see them every time they're around." The band is Bright Eyes, which is probably pretty left field for you to hear.
I don't know if I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think that's literally the first band I don't think I know.
Yeah, and I don't think you would be into it really. Like there might be a song here or there that you'd be like, okay, but like generally, definitely don't think they'd be your cup of tea. But I don't know, man. They're up here because they blew me away with their live show. Like up until I saw them live, they were kind of a band that like I was really trying to get into, but like they just weren't hitting how I wanted them to. But like I was really trying, and I was like, I want to go see them live and see what that's like. And like I'm just thankful I did, because I was absolutely blown away. It made me appreciate like the new album they put out quite a bit, seeing those songs live. And it definitely made me appreciate some of the older shit that sounds like weird and like lo-fi. Like that shit hits way different live. Shit like Neely O'Hara, or even like they played a song from their very first album, which is basically sounds like a bunch of unfinished demos. record in like a bedroom when he was like a teenager. And I can't remember the name right now, but it sounded fucking sick, reinvented and played live with a full band last year. They're a band that like a lot of artists like, I feel like, and maybe aren't for everyone. I guess Maya Hawke is a fan of them, and she toured with them and opened for them, despite being like super fucking famous right now for being in Stranger Things. So there's that, and for being Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter. But yeah, it was pretty cool that they toured together, and she opened for them. I didn't see them at one of those shows, but it would have been pretty cool. What else do I got? I love Fevers and Mirrors. I think I love I'm Wide Awake It's Morning, Lifted, like those are the big three, of course. I'm trying to figure out how to condense everything into like just a minute or two here. I met the band and they were all really super cool and nice, especially Connor Oberst was super nice. Everyone likes to act like he's an asshole, but he was really cool. And he like happily signed my album, and he was like consoling this crying girl who was talking to him, which like shouldn't have been any of his business, but he was really nice. And yeah, I don't know. I guess they got a bad rap recently, like on their last tour, because he's been super depressed, which makes sense. If you listen to their music, it's like, yeah, that guy sounds like he's not okay. He was saying some like really fucked up shit on stage, like some dark shit, and people didn't really like that. And then at one show, he just like stopped playing and walked off like 2 songs in, and people weren't happy about that. And then when they played the When We Were Young festival, and I don't know why, because they really didn't fit in. Like they're only an emo band in spirit, in that like their songs are super like heavy and depressing and dark and shit like that, but like they're not like emo in the sense of like Paramore or like whoever else was there that was playing. Like it's not the same crowd. I don't know. Or like My Chemical Romance. They're not like that kind of emo. It's like it's a totally different thing. So no wonder the crowd there wasn't big on them, and it just kind of became a shit show.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of have like a weird sound. Like they did go through some like slightly punkier eras or like sounds at some points, but mostly it's kind of experimental, like art like folk and like some like even country, and like just mostly just like indie variations of indie. So yeah, they're fucking awesome live, and I'm gonna catch them every time I can, and I guess I'll leave it at that. That's why they're so high on my list. But yeah, it looked weird to me, because I don't think of it like that, but it's what happened when I put my list together. All right, so my list is done, because like I already said, my number one's Gaslight Anthem.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 more to go.
Yep. Well, my number 2 is The Expendables, which
that's a movie, not a band.
Well, I guess it's also a band.
Apparently.
Turns out. But
they're expendable.
Wow. But yeah.
Sorry.
They're oddly, they've kind of like going like a middle ground line.
A middle ground? They're your number 2.
Whoa. No, I mean like where they do kind of like the reggae that I've been in the mood for, but they also have a lot of like heavier rock stuff. Like I wouldn't call it heavy, but I wouldn't call it heavy metal. But you know, it's kind of heavier. and
Alright.
it's very niche, but I vibe with it. I've been enjoying it, and they are the ones. Yeah, they're
the ones.
They're the ones. Yeah, it's Spotify not loading again. That kind of made my brain do that. But yeah, they're the ones that had the collaboration album with Ballyhoo, and I think I liked it.
Okay.
I don't remember. Like
that's some high praise.
Yeah, no, like it's kind of like I don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now that I look at it, yeah, I did like it because it was like just kind of covering each other's songs / like giving like their yeah. I guess that's a cover. Anyways.
Yeah.
It's very niche. I guess reggae heavy, but I like it.
Heavy reggae.
And then, according to Spotify,
Number 1 is banana bread.
no,
Yeah, it's because I know what it is.
Tropodelic for me.
The rapping reggae band.
Yeah,
The Linkin Park of reggae.
kind of. Yeah. They have horns. They rap. They do reggae. They collab with shit ton of people. They're kind of all over the place, to be honest. But I don't know. I like their sound. I don't really. I don't know.
This is awesome.
I told you this would suck.
No, I told you it'd suck.
At the ending.
My number 1, the big thing you've all been waiting for. Yeah, I like it. It sounds good. Spotify said I like it.
Yeah, I mean, like, apparently I replayed them the most. I have like 15 songs in my liked. Allegedly.
Wow, 15 whole songs.
Yeah, which I mean,
That's good.
I mean, every other band has like 1 or 2. So
They only have 11 songs, so it's pretty good that you like 15 of them.
no, they have a good amount of albums, but it's like I don't fucking know. I like their sound. I like their vibes. I like their music.
You like that's reggae.
Reggae just be hitting for me these last couple years. Sometimes a fellow will rap, and it's not bad.
Little rap on your lap.
Little rap in my lap.
All right, everyone.
This was shit.
You guys ready for the real number 1, our combined number 1, the secret number 1?
Tell me, because I don't know.
Real Big Fish. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Oh,
It's pretty human. No.
They were definitely your favorite band at one point in 2016.
Nah. Nah.
All right. All right.
Even if I went through it, I still wouldn't say that.
All righty then. We did it. We did another in-person podcast about something we shouldn't have been talking about.
Yeah, it was shitty.
That's awesome. We love it. You love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening or not. Did you have something to say?
No.
Of course not.
I didn't have
Because
anything
if
to
we had
say.
something to say, it might be relatable, and we're not relatable over here.
Wow.
We definitely gave some stuff out today that you should take with a grain of salt.
Unless it's me, then I didn't have anything of value to add.
Yeah, we said System of a Down are bad at English, but then we also said that they're like really good at English.
Yeah, they're not that good at English, but they're better than us, so.
So, you know, that's the Grain of Salt podcast for you.
About right.
We gave you some good dead air a few times in there, just like now.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes the words just don't come to you.
Sometimes the brains don't thinky.
Especially when you got cats and they're all distracted.
It's alrighty there.
I guess you could say they're distractible.
Wow. We can give an update on Sims. We Brandon's here and we're playing it just like we said we would. We're not liars. You're liars.
We're not going to film it because that would ruin our enjoyment.
Yeah, but we'll film something. You'll see. I mean, maybe you will, because it's not going to be on this channel.
Nope.
Anyway, that's an episode. I guess we'll go.
It's a thing.
I guess we'll go. We'll go.
Alrighty.
We'll talk to them next 2 weeks from now.
In the next day.
Or the next day.
All right, see you later.
Later.